gosh, we got my man Ashton in the chair today. He usually gets like a cool little mohawk. We're gonna start by fully saturating his hair. I'm gonna make sure it's super wet so it does what we want it to do. Alright, now we're going to comb the hair in the direction that it grows so we can section it out easier. We're going to go from the middle of the growth pattern to the recession area normally, as long as it lays flat. And you'll see later on here I'll kind of go a little bit above that so that it lays more even. Of course, there's my arm. I'm still getting used to the whole recording thing. Sometimes I forget that I'm recording, or I don't know the angle that it's at, and I'll just stand there. So sorry about that. I'll get it down. The cleaner we get these sections done, the easier the haircut will be in the long run. Alright, so we're going to start with some block graduation. Normally I would start in the back, but since he gets a mohawk, I kind of want to start above the ear so that way I can follow all the way down. I'm just kind of grabbing the hair. My knuckles are completely to the scalp, and then I just cut what I can see in my fingers. Just kind of picking where you want your heaviest point to be. Alright, now we're going to do the same to the other side. Knuckles on the scalp. And try and follow, up until the back, we're going to follow his head shape. Obviously it's a mohawk, so it'll go down a lot further than a normal haircut normally would in the back. Alright, so now we're going to tackle the top. We're going to split it down the middle. Sometimes you're going to use the natural part, depends on how the hair grows. You'll split it down the middle, comb it to each side, and then you'll cut it. You'll bring it up with your previous cut that you made on the sides to make sure that nothing hangs over that weighted area. So here I'm just combing it down from where I parted it in the middle, and I'm bringing it to my guide I cut the first time. This is where you'll be building the shape of your haircut. The higher you pull up, the softer it is. The more you pull down towards the floor, the heavier the haircut is. Here I'm just kind of refining some things. Alright, so the other side, I got using a number 3 here. That's normally what my finger length is. It should just blend right into what we created in the beginning. Alright, here I got a number 1. I'm just so he doesn't want it fully blended from the bald. He wants that little line in there on both sides. So I'm not trying to fade the line completely out, just kind of lighten it up just a little bit so it doesn't look so heavy right there. Just trying to make sure everything is super consistent here. Got 3 again, just kind of, making sure everything's still consistent. I got my texturizing shears here, just using an over comb. He's got some not real difficult hair, but his hair not that easy. It's super straight. There's no wave, no curl or anything to it. Just kind of making sure it lays right there on the sides. Alright, here we're just going to add some texture to his hair using a feather razor. He wears it messy, so it'll make it a little bit easier to mess around with. I'm just kind of gliding the razor over the top of the hair. And here you want to comb the hair and part it so that way you get, the hair underneath also. Alright, now we're going to do the same to the top, just to add a little bit of texture. There's my arm again. I know some of this is hard to see, but I appreciate you guys supporting me still. I'll get it eventually, I'm still a little new at this. Alright, now we blow dry his hair dry before we put the product in it. Alright, now we're going to put some product in it. I'm using the Tomb 45 indestructible clay. Of course, we had to get him crazy looking. Just kind of working into the hair before we get our final style. Alright, we almost got the style we wanted here. Of course, Ashton's a goofball. We know we got to do the little eyebrow slit here. Appreciate you guys for watching. I have two super cool, longer scissor cut color projects coming up soon. So if you want to see those, be sure to stick around. Alright, and that wraps it up. Got them looking clean.